We are came live again on 29th day regularly. So first of all, I just want to congratulate to myself that uh, I complete 29 days on a live session because after a long time I feel that I am doing some work consistently. So it's a very good thing for me. So yeah, it's very nice thing for me. So I just want to tell you that I today I woke up very early in the morning. I woke up around 5. I woke up around 5 o'clock. But I unable to start live because I was just procrastinating since morning. So yeah, I wanted to start live in early in the morning, but I couldn't start because I just I just start scrolling, and sometimes I just sit and I just thinking that I will start after having a tea. I will start after having a glass of water, but those are just excuse, nothing else I can say. I had to start if I wanted to start, so I had to start early in the morning so that I can be free for rest of the day. Okay, so mm, it's my second last day to complete this 3 day challenge. So after this challenge, I have to think about which type of video I have to make on this channel and which type of note. So I don't want to talk more now. I just want to read like uh, like nowadays I am just reading mm, like these days I am reading only. So I read it. Okay, Swami's father sat gloomily gazing at the newspaper on his lap. He prayed that his father might lift the newspaper once again to his face so that he might slip away to his bed and fell asleep before he uh, could could be called again. As if in answer to his prayer, father rustled the newspaper and held it up before his face, and Swami was silently and tiptoed away to his bed in the passage. Granny was sitting up in her bed and remarked, "Boy, are you already feeling sleepy? Don't you want a story, Swami?" Made with gesticulations to silence his granny, but that good lady saw nothing. So Swami threw himself on his bed and pulled the blanket over his face. Granny said, "Don't cover your face. Are you really very sleepy?" Swami leaned this place. "Shut up, Granny. Don't talk to me, and don't let anyone call me, even if the house is on fire. If I don't sleep at once, I shall perhaps die." He turned over, curled, and snored under the blanket till he found his blanket pulled away. His father was standing over him. "Saw me get up," he said. He looked like an apparition in the semi-darkness of the passage, mm, which was lit by a cone of light reaching from the hall lamp. Swami started and groaned as if in sleep. My father said, "Get up, Swami." Granny pleaded, "Why do you disturb him? Get up, Swami," he said. For the fourth time, and Swami got up. Father rolled up his bed, took it under his arm, and said, "Come with me." Swami looked at Granny, hesitated for a moment, and followed his father into the office room. On the way, he threw a look of appeal at his mother, and she said, "Why do you take him to the office room? He can sleep in the hall, I think." "I don't think so," father said, and Swami slunk uh, behind him with a bowed head. "Let me sleep in the hall, father. Swami pleaded, "Your office room is very dusty, and there may be a scorpions behind your law books." "There are no scorpions, little fellow. Sleep on the bed if you like." "Can I have a lamp burning in the room?" "No, you must learn not to be afraid of darkness. It is only a question of habit. You must cultivate good habits. Will you at least leave the door open?" "All right. But promise you will not roll up your bed and go to your granny's side at night. If you do it, mind you, I will make you the laughing stock of your school." The Swami felt cut off from humanity. He was panned and angry. He did not like the strain of cruelty he saw in his father's nature. He hated the newspaper for printing the tiger story. He wished that the tiger hadn't spared the boy, who did not appear to be a boy after all but a monster. As the night advanced and the silence in the house deepened, his heart beat faster. He remembered all the stories of devils and ghosts he had heard in his life. How often had his Chairman seen the devil in the banyan tree at his street end. And what about the poor Manismi's father who spat out blood because the devil near the river's edge slept? His sick when he was returning home late for one night and saw all and one on his thought continued. He was faint with fear. A ray of light from the street lamp strayed in and cast shadows on the wall. Through the stillness, all kinds of noises reached his ear. Ears ticking of the clock, rustle of trees, snoring sounds, and some vague night insects humming. He covered himself with a blanket as if it were an armor, expected the devils to come up and clutch at his throat and carry him away. There was the instance of his own friend in the fortress who suddenly disappeared and was said to have been carried off by a ghost to Siam or Nepal. Swami hurriedly got up and spread his bed under the bench and crushed there. It seems to be a much safer place, more compact and reassuring. He shut his eyes tight and encased himself in his blanket once again, and unknown to himself fell asleep, and in sleep he was racked with nightmares. A tiger was chasing him, his feet stuck to the ground. He desperately tried to escape, but his feet would not move. The tiger was at his back, and he could hear its claws scratch the ground. Scratch, scratch, and then a light thud. Swami tried to open his eyes, but his eyelids would not open, and the nightmare continued. It threatened to continue all his life. Swami groaned in despair. Despair, what an inescapable dream. With a desperate effort, he opened his eyes, put his hand out to feel his granny's presence to his side as was his habit, but he only touched the wooden leg of the bench, and his lonely state came back to him. He sweated with fright, and now what was this rustling? He moved to the edge of the bench and started in the darkness. Something was moving down. He lay gazing at it in horror. His end had come. Mm, He became desperate. He knew that the devil would presently pull him out and tear him to shreds, and so why should he wait? As it came nearer, he crawled out from under the bench and hugged it with all his might, and used his teeth on it like a mortal weapon. Ayo, something has bitten me. Went for an agonist thundering cry and was followed by a heavy tumbling and falling amidst furniture in a moment. Father called and the servant came in, carrying a light, and all three of them fell on the burglar who lay amidst the furniture with a bleeding ankle. Congratulations came showering on Swami next day. His classmates looked at him with respect, and his teachers patted his back. The headmaster said that he was a true scout. Swami had bitten into the flesh of one of the most notorious housebreakers of the district, and the police was grateful to him for it. The inspector said, "Why don't you join the police when you are grown up?" Swami said, for the sake of politeness, certainly, as thought he had quite made up his mind to be an engine driver, a railway guard, or a bus conductor later in life. When he returned home from the club that night, father asked, "Where is the boy? He is asleep already. He didn't have a wink of sleep the whole of last night," said his mother. "Where is he sleeping? In his usual place?" Mother said casually. "He went to bed at 7:30 and sleeping beside his grannies again." Father said, "No wonder he wanted to be asleep before I should return home. Clever boy." Mother lost her temper. "You let him sleep where he likes. You needn't uh, you needn't risk his life again," father mumbled as he went into change. "All right, Mollycorn, and spoil him as much as you like. Only don't blame me afterwards." So, following the whole conversation from under the blanket, felt tremendously relieved to hear that his about the author Arkin Ryan, born on 10 October 1906. 19, 1906 was a leading writer of Indian English writing. Most of his works are set in the fictional South Indian town of Malgudi, which was first introduced in Swami and Friends. His famous novel The Guide has been woven into the Hindi features film Guide. His works depict the social context and everyday life of his characters who are eminently Indian. He is well known for his simplicity in prose style. About the text, this is one of the most interesting stories from Manipuri days, written by R.K. Narayan. It is a story about a boy named Swami who is afraid of sleeping alone in darkness. He is mistaken to be a hero whose one desperate act leads to the imprisonment of the most notorious thief of the area. The boy's father compels him to sleep in a dark room alone in order to teach him a lesson of courage for his future life. The boy has a nightmare in which he is chased by a tiger and awakens only to find himself lonely and sees something moving down, which turns out to be a burglar. Yeah, this chapter is complete now. I have to check how many minutes are left to complete 30 minutes. So it's still left 13 minutes to reach to complete 30 minutes. So I have to go on second next chapter. That is what is amiss with us. Indian intellect overs in a is a nation and intellectuals it is not set out of sheer patriotism. Studies at home and abroad have revealed that not long ago a study was undertaken in the schools to pretend to find out children of which nation excelled in intelligence. It was discovered that Indians were superior to the natives of other countries. If that is the truth, why we are lagging behind other superpowers? Why there is a brain drain from our country to other affluent nations? Why our imports exceed our experts? Why we look to developed nations for help and aid? Where we are amiss. Saying so does not mean our progress is not. The Bhakra Nangal dance Bhilai uh, Rourkela Durgapur steel plants Tarapur nuclear reactor. It is are some of our big achievements, but in the grandeur of the peak, the small has been neglected. If Sachu, Sachu Machar was not wrong when captioned, his bestseller Small is Beautiful. Here are a few intentions in intentions to show how the neglect of these small but important issues has impaired our glory social behavior and civic sense. Here we are at the lowest ebb. It may be a journey or a walk, a feast or a fair meeting or a gathering, a serious study or a lesser or most of our exhibit crass ignorance of minimum basic human decencies. Let us see how and where we lack in our social behavior, cultivation of civic sense. Noise pollution. Human air is meant for receiving sound of normal range of decibels. Sound received beyond that measure would not only be jarring but also damaging to our hearing sense organs. How many of us take care of this? It may be a TV program or a radio broadcast, playing a tape recorder or any other instrument, even a gossip or a chit chat in a company. All are heard at a very high pitch. We may be used to it, but what about those living around us? Our neighbor may be a serious student, a sick person, or a peace loving being. Have we ever thought of him? How much agony do we cause to him or her? The neighbor, being a person of cool temperament, does not quarrel with us and suffers in silence. The poor fellow shuts the windows and doors and puts cotton in his ears to reduce the impact of high pitched noises. When San will learn the simple civic sense, it may be a marriage ceremony or any other function, a ritual or a prayer. There is generally a fashion or hiring a loudspeaker to be used the loudest besides engaging a band and other means of producing sound. The pitch is kept so high that sensitive beings get shocks. Even the stones or bricks of a building shake, and the impression is gathered that the building may collapse one day because of this. The vehicle, especially the trucks, were living unbearable. Even the drivers blow the horn, not only loudly but also in, incessantly, and that too often without any reason. The noise pollution caused because of the lack of civic sense and careless social behavior demands and sensibilities of our people at large and affects our efficiency. Travel by public transport. We all travel by public transport, train and bus, and have had many bitter and sad experiences. Oh, orderly queue system at the time of either purchasing the ticket or boarding the train or bus is rarely followed. Everyone in his self-interest flaunts the genuine rights of others. Those who are already occupying a seat would very reluctantly permit others to sit even on the neighboring vacant seat. When they do so, they grab about half of that vacant seat. Also, the thought of giving help to other needy who once rarely starts them. Some people are fond of chewing battles with tobacco. They spit and spit frequently all around, showing no respect for public property. They forget that they have paid for journey and not for spoiling the train or bus. They throw all rubbish and leftovers wherever they so desire. Our public transport, our roads and streets, our public places and buildings are seen littered with all sort of stinking refuse that tends upon our health and vigor. In spite of the stat, statutory in is injuries to health, we do not notice any slump in the sale of cigarettes or BDs. The pity is the smokers in their own enjoyment do not think of the people around them. Sometimes the surroundings become unfit for breathing. Passive smoking causes more harm. Traffic sense we take roads as if they were especially meant for us only. Violation of traffic norms and driving recklessly are considered a sign of gallantry. To when required, such glance proud to be the worst towards the modern youth take pride in driving at a great speed. They ignore the basic norms of driving, such as how and when to overtake a vehicle, when to take a turn, obeying the traffic signals, keeping the vehicles in order, and smokeless and driving in proper lanes. etc. The agent is danger to life in effect them as also the others moving around. In fact, the movement on roads has become so dreaded it becomes so dreaded and uncertain affect the nervous system of many as sensitive being. God knows what calamity may happen the next moment. The pity is there is no control on any such things. Most of the vehicles emit smoke to make the surroundings unfit for living beings. People ply their vehicles overloaded with every possible risk of causing an accident. They overtake another vehicle the way they want, setting at not at basic traffic rules, and thus people with the lives of innocent people. Thus, playing with the lives of innocent people. Enrochment pen is mightier than the sword is very often kept the subject for debates in many an educational institution. In reality, the muscle power is stronger than the brain power, and it has been so since eon. Generally, those with muscle power and civilized consider public property their own. Making a small beginning, they grab whatever maximum property they can in course of time, thus snatching the rights of civilized and law-abiding citizen. And footpath on both sides of the road become their property, where they may sleep, install their shops, and make their dwelling. In the name of religion, they may occupy certain area even on the main road to meet their service ends. Some people try to encroach upon public property after constructing houses, shops on their first purchased a piece of land by way of putting stairs or laying gardens or making sitting arrangements outside their marked boundary. Who is there to check and thought their designs known? A small beginning made interacted goes into a big uh, menace to all other except to those doing so. Now 30 minutes is completed, so I'm going to end this live session and come tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.